this copper. So in details of alloys, let us see. These two are the important alloying elements in the copper. One is brass and another one is bronze. We get the brasses when zinc is added to the copper. When the tin is added to the copper, we can get the bronze. We have different types of brasses and bronzes. We see in details of those alloys with their properties and applications. Brasses are widely used alloy of copper. So where the copper is the main one, to that one what we added, zinc is added. They also contain small amounts of lead or tin or aluminum, very less amount. Major alloying element is zinc. In addition to that one, so we add lead, tin or aluminum. The most commonly used copper zinc alloy is brass. There are various types of brasses depending on the proportion of copper and zinc changed. I told you we can get wide variety of alloys with wide variety of properties when the percentage of alloying elements changed. Okay, in the iron carbon diagram, we discussed different types of steels and cast irons. Okay, the fundamental a binary alloy consists of that comprises 50% of copper and 50% of zinc. So that is a fundamental binary alloy here. What is the binary alloy? They are completely soluble in the liquid state as well as the solid state. Say, by adding small quantity of other alloying elements, properties of brass may be changed, definitely not maybe, greatly changed. For example, addition of lead 1 to 2% improves the machining quality of brass, that is machinability. Machinability means it is an idea of use with which it can be machined easily, and simply we can machine. If you see the while cutting manually, so wood, aluminum, copper and iron. So aluminum easily we can cut, and before the aluminum, wood we can easily cut. Next aluminum, next copper, next iron. That is steel. So if you feel easily, that is called that having good machinability. Okay, right. For example, addition of this 1 and 2% of lead to this copper is to the brass machining quality, that is machinable. Machining quality is nothing but machinability will be increased. It has greater strength than that of the copper, but it has lower thermal and electrical conductivity. So because the lead is added as impurity, so when the impurity is present on that one, their thermal and electrical conductivity are reduced. Brass alloys are very resistant to atmospheric corrosion and can be easily soldered. In the soldering applications, this can be used. Before soldering, brazing applications we can use them. Okay, right. So in this one you have the alpha phase. So in the braces you have the alpha phase. If the copper crystal structure is face centered cubic FCC, there will be up to 30% of zinc. Remain 64% you have the copper. So where the 36% of zinc, this solid solution is called as alpha phase. So in the binary diagram, phase diagram, if you see, where you have 64% of copper and 36% of zinc, that is called as alpha braze. Already in the partial eutectic system we already discussed the alpha phase and beta phase. So at room temperature, maximum solubility of zinc is 36% in the copper, that is called as alpha phase. Less than 36, all the alloys are having the alpha phase. It has good mechanical properties, good corrosion resistance, but it possesses lower electric and thermal conductivity than the copper because zinc is added as impurity. So that is alpha phase. And beta phase, if we see next part, so if the amount of zinc increased beyond 36%, that is called as beta brasses. They appear in the microstructure of slowly cooled brasses. Okay, this has body centered structure. This phase is hard but quite tough at room temperature. They are harder than the alpha phase alloys. Next one is gamma phase in this one. When the zinc content is increased in the brass beyond 45%, then gamma phase is appeared in its structure. This structure is extremely brittle, brass. Gamma phase brass is extremely brittle, rendering an alloy which makes it unsuitable for general engineering application. That's why we don't produce the gamma phase. This is we don't go for the use of gamma phase copper brass alloys. Next one, if you see the types of brasses, where we have different types of braces we have, so that we see that braces. Okay, red brass. So it consists of 85% of copper, 15% of zinc. It is alpha phase brass because zinc is less than 36%. This is used in the application of heat conducting purpose. Okay, the red brass is having excellent corrosion resistance and workability. It forges the tensile strength ranging from 27 to 31 kg per mm. Percentage elongation of this brass is 40 to 48%. So no way that you have to by heart and keep in mind these properties. So I already told you similar properties we have that you keep in mind. Write first them to all, and one or two additional properties which are changing from one metal to another alloys, those things can be added. Okay, now they are used in making of heat exchangers, tubes, condensers, radiator cores, plumbing pipes, sockets, and other hardwares are made with this red brass. So next one is yellow brass. This is beta phase where the zinc is added up to 40%. We also call this one as Munz metal. The Munz metal is having high strength and high heart workability. What is this workability? So workability is nothing but formability. When they are heated above its hot workability is nothing but when this yellow brass is heated above its recrystallization temperature, they become soft and easily we can change its shape and size with less mechanical pressure. It is having tensile strength around 38 kg per mm square. The percentage elongation of this brass is up to 45%. These yellow brasses is suitable for hot working by rolling, extrusion and stamping. These things already have seen this stamping, extrusion, rolling in the manufacturing technology. It is utilized for making small components of machine and electrical equipment such as bolts, rods, tubes, valves, and fuses in the bulbs. This metal is utilized for making for pump parts, valves, taps, condensers, tubes, sheet form for ship applications. Because of their good corrosion resistance, they also used in the marine applications. Next one is cartridge brass. It is alpha phase brass because of zinc is less than 36%. So 30% of zinc, 70% of copper. It is having good combination of strength and ductility. It is having tensile strength between 31 to 37 kg per mm square. So you need not to write these numbers. The percentages you have to write. These numbers are not required. If you are able to remember, write very good. So otherwise, no need to mention. You write good strength like that. Percentage of elongation of this one is around 55 to 66%. So good percentage of elongation, you write that one. It is generally processed in rolled sheets. The metal alloy can be easily cold worked using cold working process such as wire drawing, deep drawing, and pressing. Already in manufacturing technology, you have seen this drawing, wire drawing, deep drawing. Deep drawing is used for making of cups and pressing. So it is, if you see the application of this thing, it is used for making of tubes, automobile. Front side you have radiator cores, hardware fasteners. So these are the joining items, rivets, springs, plumber accessories, and in tube manufacturing also these cartridge brass we use. Next one is Admiralty brass. So it is having 29% of zinc and 1% of SN. Copper is 70%, not 71. This is 70%. Sorry. Its properties, this Admiralty brass is highly resistant to the corrosion. It is highly resistant to the impingement attack of seawater. In the marine applications, we use this one, so it will not be affected by the salt water. It is having tensile strength around 30 kg per mm square, and it can be cold worked. So previous one, this is hot worked. So hot water means when it is heated, here we have seen this is yellow branch. Hot water means when it is heated, then only it is possible. So here if we say cold worked, what do you meant by the cold worked? Without heating that one above recrystallized temperature, at room temperature itself, applying the mechanical pressure, we can change its shape and size. So it forces good corrosion resistance. Okay, that already we have seen. The same one is repeated. Okay, the percentage of elongation of this brass is around 65%, which are used in making of condenser tubes in marine and other installations. It is used for making of plates, shipbuilding. It is also used in making of bolts and nuts, washers, condenser plant, and ship fitting spots, etc. These are the applications.